It's a great day. Is it or not? Dr. Praveen Garu, my colleagues and my dear students, you all know that this particular distinguished alumni lecture series, it was started last year, primarily bringing the experiences of our own alumni who settled in different fields, different sectors, and share their successful experiences with the students and young faculty and also fellow friends and faculty, so that at least our young faculty as well as the students will be inspired from rich and successful experiences of the impactful personalities like Dr. Praveen. Dr. Praveen ఒక వ్యక్తి కాదు, ఒక శక్తి. దట్ ఐ ఫీల్. మాది ఒక 40 ఏళ్ళ ఫ్రెండ్షిప్. 84 బ్యాచ్ వెటనరీ సైన్స్, అండ్ వీ యూస్ టు స్టే ఇన్ ది సేమ్ హాస్టల్. One of the brilliant students of that batch, హార్డ్ వర్క్. నేను మీకు ఫస్ట్ ఒక ఇచ్చాను, డిరైవింగ్ ప్లెజర్ ఫ్రమ్ ది పెయిన్. ఈజ్ అనదర్ క్లాసిక్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ హౌ హీ derived his pleasurable life from multiple pains he experienced throughout his career. పెయిన్ ఎక్కడ ఉంటుందో అక్కడనే ప్లెజర్ తీసుకోవాలి. దట్ ఈస్ అ సక్సెస్, దట్ ఈస్ అ రియల్ సక్సెస్. డాక్టర్ ఆర్ఎస్ ప్రవీణ్ ఈజ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది సచ్ వండర్ఫుల్ పర్సనాలిటీస్, ట్రైన్డ్ ఇన్ వెటనరీ సైన్స్, జాయిన్ ఇన్ ది పోలీస్ సర్వీస్. అక్కడ కూడా ఒక మార్క్, ఆర్ఎస్ ప్రవీణ్ అంటే ఒక మార్క్. ఆఫ్టర్ లాంగ్ సర్వీస్ ఇన్ ది యాక్టివ్ పోలీస్ సర్వీస్ యాజ్ ఎ సీనియర్ ఐపీఎస్ ఆఫీసర్, then joined in the Social Welfare Education Society Secretary. దాదాపు 9 సంవత్సరాలు, 9 కదా సార్, 9 years continuously. I think no bureaucrat served as a secretary continuously for 9 years despite change in the government from 2014 to later, even after bifurcation of the state. He was there even before bifurcation of the state, then he continued even after bifurcation of the state. అక్కడ యాజ్ ఎ సెక్రటరీగా సోషల్ వెల్ఫేర్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సొసైటీగా వారి అచీవ్మెంట్స్, ఇట్ ఈస్ అ మల్టిపుల్ అండ్ రియలీ గ్రేట్ ఇంపాక్ట్ఫుల్. ఎంతోమంది విద్యార్థులను, విద్యార్థినులను, ముఖ్యంగా బలహీన వర్గాలు, చాలా తక్కువ ఆదాయం నుంచి ఇది మా జీవితంలో సాధ్యమా అని అనుకునే ఎంతోమంది యంగ్ గర్ల్స్ అండ్ బాయ్స్ని తీర్చిదిద్ది ఎవరెస్ట్ శిఖరాలు కూడా ఎక్కించాడు సార్ ఒక విద్యార్థిని. అంటే ఇప్పటికీ దట్ ఈస్ అ రోల్ మోడల్ ఫర్ నాట్ జస్ట్ తెలంగాణ, ఈవెన్ ఫర్ అదర్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సొసైటీస్ బట్ ఎంటైర్ కంట్రీ. ఆ స్పిరిటే ఇప్పటికీ ఇటు సోషల్ వెల్ఫేర్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సొసైటీలో కావచ్చు, బ్యాక్వర్డ్ క్లాస్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సొసైటీలో కావచ్చు, ఎంతోమంది జాతీయ స్థాయిలో గుర్తింపు. అంటే దట్ ఈస్ అ రియల్ ఇంపాక్ట్ ఆఫ్ హిస్ వర్క్. ఐ థింక్ ఎంత చెప్పినా తక్కువ, బట్ ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు టేక్ మచ్ టైం. వారి మాటల నుంచే విందాం. సో డాక్టర్ ప్రవీణ్ గారు, ఐ రిక్వెస్ట్ యూ టు షేర్ యువర్ impactful and inspiring experiences with our students and alumni. So I know we are one of the excellent orator, very excellent orator. So thank you, Dr. Praveen. Please.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Most respected Vice Chancellor, the distinguished scientist of the country, the noted agricultural economist, Dr. Aldas Janaya Garu, and the Associate Dean of the most iconic structure of entire agricultural sector or education sector, Professor C. Narendra Reddy Garu. Then my alma mater, Extension Education Institute, the director of Extension Education Institute, Professor Jaganmohan Reddy Garu, and all the distinguished faculty members, some of them are my colleagues. Then all the future scientists, the future professors, future, if everything goes well, bureaucrats, and maybe future politicians, and future, the torch bearers of this country, the students, and all the members who are watching from outside, the watching from digital world. So all of you, very, very good evening. So friends, it's indeed a great pleasure and a matter of huge honor to be in this sacred space. I call it as sacred because there is nothing more divine than the alma mater, in which you pick up the alphabets and you pick up all the skills that is going to make you successful in your life. I had visited the library, one of the most iconic structures in all educational spaces in this country, not just in Telangana, not just in Andhra Pradesh, entire country. The Central Library of the then Andhra Pradesh Agriculture University is the most iconic structures. So in that library we used to run, we used to write the thesis and whatnot, everything. The Gold Hostel, I don't know whether it is there. I was told that it is demolished. So, but that was a place where we prepared for civil services, and that was a place which gave us a new direction. So while I was doing master's degree in agricultural extension education, so that is how the campus was in those days, and then even today, thanks to the successive vice chancellors, particularly Professor Janaya Garu, and then everybody. So the campus is still intact, and then it has all the qualities of becoming a great campus in this country. So friends, many of you may not be knowing, I got admission in MBBS, but I still preferred Andhra Pradesh Agricultural University, that to run their campus. Many of the students first, yes, that is a fact. I got admission into MBBS. My father was very particular that I should join MBBS, but by then I had joined Andhra Pradesh Agriculture University. I should thank my stars. I stayed back in Agriculture University. On the other hand, many of my batchmates joined Usmania Medical College. Many of you may not be knowing this, but this is a fact. So I did not make any wrong decision. Do you think that I made a wrong decision? Yes, no, I did not make any wrong decision. I read Friends of Life, Friends for Life. So it was such a life-changing decision for me. What made me to stick to the campus? Not just the canteen, not just the trees, not just the roads, not just the faculty members. Most importantly, the seniors. The first lesson I have learned in my life is your company decides your destiny. This is the most important thing. It is not the professors come little later. The kind of people whom you move with every day, whom you talk to every day, on campus, off campus, in the evening hours, when you hang out, when you chill out. So these are the people who are going to shape your destiny. Sir, you remember Professor Jeremiah? Professor Nageshwar Rao. These are the great statistics professors in 1980s in this campus. Friends, I finished my undergraduation in 1989. Then I joined extension education in 1992, and then Asha M. Bhave, I think Jayamohan Reddy might be knowing. Asha M. Bhave was the director. So I enrolled for PhD and then I gave up. After that I never came to campus. I never had to look at the statistics till I went to Harvard. My Harvard professors, they complimented me, Mr. Kumar, you are a senior cap. How do I know? How do you know that? How to calculate the chi-square test? How to calculate correlation coefficient? How to calculate the regression coefficient, standard deviation? I said, Professor Jairamaya, Professor Nageshwara. So yes, these used to be the professors in those days. Their lectures were so impactful. In the absence of what? In the absence of PowerPoint presentation, in the absence of internet, in the absence of the so-called artificial intelligence. So when people say you have to learn from AI and then you have to learn from the machines, I always laugh at them. Without professor, you can't do all these things, my dear friends. Machines can't impact you the way the living beings impact you. That's how I remember Professor Jairamaya and all that. Campus is not responsible, but I'm talking about the people whom you move with. So that's why I always tell my children. When I say my children, the students whom I have taught in the welfare residential schools in all the districts of Telangana, 10 lakh people, we made them study in the best possible way. So I always used to tell them, your company decides your destiny. Please be choosy when you pick up the friends in the campus. You might make little mistakes, but if you realize, the day you realize that you are in the wrong company, you must say quits. Sorry, I am not going to stay with you. I have a lot of other things to do. This is extremely important. This is one lesson I have learned, and I always tell people, please be choosy about your company, because that is going to stay longer. Alright? The most important thing, more than my parents, I have found great professors in this campus. Even today, I am in touch with them. Even today, I am in touch with them. For example, there used to be a professor called Professor M.N. Reddy. People from extension education, you might be knowing Professor M.N. Reddy. Professor M.N. Reddy, he was my major advisor in the master's degree. Then I got IPS. So then I joined National Police Academy after Labasna, Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration. Then we have foundation course with IAS, IPS, IFS and Indian Foreign Service. So all of us, we used to stay together for 4 months. Then we came back to National Police Academy. మా దురదృష్టానికి National Police Academy, AP Agriculture University రెండు కలిసి ఉంటాయి. The Telangana Agriculture University and then AP National Police Academy. So in National Police Academy, we used to go for driving test because driving is mandatory for all IPS officers. So they used to teach us driving. So where was the driving? Driving used to take place in Agriculture University campus. Then one day I took the permission from my master, the tutor of driving. Sir, अगर आप 1 मिनट परमिशन दिए तो मैं मेरा प्रोफेसर को मिलके आता हूँ. तो सर बहुत बुरा होगा कि डायरेक्टर साहब को पता चल गया तो मेरा जॉब निकल जाएगा. सर कुछ भी करो, मैं एक बार मैं प्रोफेसर को मिलके आता हूँ. So there used to be a professor of parasitology. Her name was Padmavati, one of the legends I have ever seen. She passed away recently. So then the moment I went to her in police uniform, अरे प्रवीण, నువ్వు ఈ యూనిఫామ్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి తెచ్చుకున్నారా? She never thought that I would become an IPS officer because every day a lot of people used to go and complain to her, sir, ma'am, this fellow has beaten him, this fellow has done this fellow has done this, he has abused us, like that XYG, and like a great mother. She used to counsel all of us. So one day she didn't know that I joined IPS. So after, because there is a gap between your graduation and then your entry into the service. So I went from National Police Academy and then I directly went to the college. And then Namaste ma'am, I said, then Arey, Nubu, police uniform ekkadi nunchi konukochukunnara? Then I showed her, ma'am, that is not what Praveen Kumar, this is after RS Praveen Kumar IPS, look at my ID card. Then she called all the principals and all that, so Rowdy has become a police officer. Yes. So that is how, my mother never visited this campus as long as I was here. Occasionally my father used to be here, but my mother never visited. But I always find mother and father in the professors here. A lot of professors used to counsel us. Professor M.N. Reddy. So we were going astray, but Professor M.N. Reddy said, no, you have great talent. Then what he used to do, Professor M.N. Reddy used to call all the seniors who graduated from this agricultural university, joined the civil services, and then made us to meet them. And then those seniors used to counsel us, like as to how to prepare for civil services. So that was a kind of paternal affection we used to find in this campus. So one of the best things to happen to me was to meet some of the greatest professors. Professor M.N. Reddy was a master of teaching innovation. I don't know whether some of you or seniors might be knowing, the Professor M.N. Reddy is, he used to deal the course with the diffusion of innovations. The iconic book, even today it is called as a Bible. That is, the title of the book is Diffusion of Innovations by Everett M. Rogers. This is one of the best books, 1974 release. So even today we remember those terms, early adopter, innovator, early majority, late majority, laggards, all those things we remember. How? That was the kind of teaching professors used to do. Tej Bahadur Srivastava. Sir, you remember Tej Bahadur Srivastava? He is a famous agricultural economist. So he used to be our professor. So professors are, this is my request, and with folded hands I am requesting all the professors. Please show affection to the students. So my request to the professors is, students sometimes might be very aggressive. Students sometimes very unreasonable. Students sometimes may lag behind. But still, be caring. Anyway, be caring and then guide them properly. So probably they might become, great people in their lives. Today's rowdy, tomorrow he could be, a great scholar. Who knows? Nobody knows how the trajectory of life, where the life takes you. So that is another important thing which I have learned in this campus. So that is, learning from the great professors. This campus is an amazing place to keep you healthy. Very, very healthy, because this is a place where the temperatures are 2 degrees less than Hyderabad city. Do you agree? Yes? So one of the most beautiful places on the earth is Royal Nagar campus. No offense to Ashwarapeta, no offense to Koratla, no offense to Jagitya, but Royal Nagar campus is really, really great campus. In this campus, I have picked up something called running. Jogging. Every day we used to run from main gate to the EA gate or the sports complex or cross country, and then I emerged as a cross country champion in National Police Academy. Thanks to this campus. 2 times I got gold medal in cross country. So one of the best things to happen is to stay fit, and even today you will not believe the habit that I picked up in this campus, it stayed with me even today. I don't start my day without running or without jogging. Even today my BP is 110 by 70. Guess my age. Guess my age. My father was a diabetic. My mother is a patient of hypertension. Even then I escaped all those things because of Andhra Pradesh Agricultural University. Yes. Rajendra campus. So one of the greatest habits I have picked up is the physical fitness. There is another important thing which we have picked up. Using library. I told about Ishwar Reddy. My request with folded hands I am telling to all the students, please use library. Please read books. It looks very boring. Like all the parents, like all the teachers will say, read books, read that, and come and then we give that reference and all. It looks very boring to the students. But once you go to the real world, you will see. Because you are not in the real world. You are in a bubble in the campus. You are in a bubble which is called as campus. What is happening in the real world, you do not know. How problems are coming, you do not know. You are protected. But once you cross the annals of this alma mater, then you realize how harsh, how difficult the real world is. So one of the things that keeps you anchored, is the book. Read as many books as possible. I am not talking about the textbooks. Sorry. I am not a great fan of textbooks. I am a great fan of fiction and non-fiction, because of which I got shortage of attendance. What I used to do was, I used to pick up a lot of books in Koti and Abbott's. So, and we used to bring the books, because in those days 10 rupees you get a very good book. I used to collect all those, because the library never used to have the fiction. And James Hadley Chase, then Frederick Forsyth, then Harold Robbins, then Cherry, whatnot, all great things. And we were from Telugu medium, let me tell you very honestly. Till intermediate we were in Telugu medium. And all the teachers from Hyderabad background, they used to laugh at us, you fellows, you don't know how to speak English. So one of my friends, I don't want to name him, sir, we will come yesterday. They said, you first correct your language. They used to tell, we will come yesterday, because we were from Telugu medium. And we were not knowing how to speak in English. So, and our people used to tell in first year, because first year is a transition period from intermediate to the undergraduation first year. So it requires a lot of the bridging. So that bridging never used to take place. So we used to have an anatomy professor, and then he used to laugh at our language. So our friends used to say, sir, we will come yesterday. So if you have to spell liver, Liverre. Because that was the kind of education some of us used to get in the villages. Anyway, so to overcome that, some of our seniors, they told us, look, the easiest way to beat this English thing is to talk. Okay, first time they'll laugh at you, but second time they'll laugh at you, third time they'll understand. My first English novel was Fourth Protocol by Frederick Forsyth. It was such an amazing novel. Then I read, Born Identity, whatnot, everything. I instead of graduating in 1989, I graduated in 1990. So 6 months vacancy. What to do? So that was the time I met a lot of aspirants for civil service examination. Jawahar Reddy, M.V. Subbareddy, then D.K. Srinivas, Akela Ramesh Chandra, all these people retired as Nagendra Prasad. Then all these great people, so they used to prepare for the examination. They used to ask us, Tammi, you please write this answer for me. You write this answer for me. You refer this book and then bring some notes for me. So we started doing all their jobs. Then slowly we got introduced to the world of civil services. So this is called as blessing in disguise. So that's how we improved our language, we improved our knowledge about the world, and then we started, we got introduced to the world of civil services. So that is another thing which I wanted to tell you. Please do not forget to read the books, my dear friends. It is very important. You should be always innovative. You should be always, working hard on the ground. If you don't innovate on the ground, you are not going to deliver the results. So whichever profession you take, whether you become agriculture extension officer, whether you become a professor, or whether you become something, please do not stop innovating. I'll tell you one of my favorite examples. So I joined police. The day I joined, 16 constables were shot dead. 16 constables in East Godavari. So my SP told me to go to the place where all the dead bodies were lying. So it was a very painful scene, to tell you very honestly. So then they were shot dead, then we went there and then we understood and then we had tears in our eyes. But my seniors told me, policemen in uniform should not cry. They should bury their sorrow in their heart. No. So then all the cremation, everything was over. Then next I joined as ASP Bellampalli. 2 constables, they spoke to me in the morning at 9:30 a.m. and at 9:32 they were dead bodies. Right in front of my office they were shot dead. And they wanted to kill me as well. Okay, so we saw a lot of violence. Then I went to Warangal as additional SP operations. From there I went to the Karimnagar as the superintendent of police. In those days it used to be hotbed. So one day I took a step back and then I started thinking deeply. Look, they are killing us, and then they are also dying in police encounters, and hundreds of people have died. So is there any other way of solving this problem? Then I realized, why not we go to the forest and we talk to them. So it was very difficult decision. So we took the permission of our Director General of Police and myself and another IPS officer, his name is Madhusudan Reddy, is Additional Director General of Police, Andhra Pradesh. Both of us, we did not even tell our wives because we could have been killed. So because they used to have a lot of weapons. So, and by then they had killed a lot of people. So we took one AK-47, one pistol, and then we went to the forest, and then we took all the precautions. We established connection and we spoke to all of them, and we could successfully convince them to join the mainstream along with weapons. That's how India's first ever armed surrender happened in Hyderabad. That was in 2003. So the point which I am trying to tell you, for every problem there are 100 solutions. My request is you should try all the solutions. So is the case with agricultural problems. So is the case with farmers' problems. So is the case with soil problems. So is the case with the procurement problems. For every problem there are solutions, my dear friend. Please try all the solutions. Now let me tell you, let me share some of my students might be here in this in this gathering. So I was so bored of policing. 17 years I did police job. So I was so bored of uniform and then the weapons. Then I took a step back. Okay, let me become a student like you. So I met Professor Kanchayalaya, Professor Tirupati Rao of Hispanic campus, because Telangana education was in the peak. Then I decided, sir, I'm done with policing. I want to become a student again. So that was the age of 43, 44. So then Kanchayalaya, Professor Kanchayalaya, you know Professor Kanchayalaya? Some of you might be knowing. So he wrote a famous book called Why Am I Not Hindu? So that is one of the best books he has ever written. So Professor Kanchayalaya told me, Dr. Praveen, if you want to go to any campus at midterm, this is your age is 43, if you want to go to any campus, go to the best university in the world. Otherwise don't go. So what to do, how to get into the best university? So every day Telangana agitators are throwing stones at us and we are firing tear gas shells at them. And by the time you come home, you are damn tired. You take shower and then sleep. That's it. So then how to go to best university? Then I started searching their websites. I started talking to the people who have graduated from that university, because that was a university from where the Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg and all these guys, Barack Obama, all these fellows graduated. So I thought this is a place we must go. So then first thing, to go to any foreign university, your language proficiency will be tested. Current day IELTS, in those days TOEFL, is it still there, TOEFL? Is it still there? So TOEFL, the maximum score is 120, correct? I don't know whether it is there or not now. Maximum score is 120, unless you get 100, you will not get an admission. So that used to be the condition. You know what I used to do? I used to bring all the books for TOEFL. As a Deputy Commissioner, as Joint Commissioner of Police, I used to sit in my home and then I used to take a break and then used to prepare for TOEFL. Then I used to write GRE. Even today, is it there, GRE? Okay, GRE and then TOEFL I used to write, and I used to go to a guy called CC Reddy. So CC Reddy has used to consultant, and then from police station I used to go to classroom and then learn GRE, mastering the GRE, mastering TOEFL, and get the best course and then apply for Harvard. So my dear friends, lo and behold, I got admission in London School of Economics and Harvard University. So you look at my trajectory. I was born in Nalamala Forest. I saw electricity in my 8th grade. 8th grade. Many of you might find it very odd. I saw electricity in my 8th grade. Lanternu పెట్టుకొని నడుచుకుంటూ పోయేవాళ్ళం ఇళ్ళలో. So from there, joining APIU, and from there going to the best university in the world was a really a transformative experience for me. My lesson to all of you today, if you want to dream, dream big. Dream big. This is very important. When I stepped into Harvard, the dean of Harvard, you know what he said? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the oldest, one of the oldest universities in the US. And this place is trodden by many great people who changed the world, whether it is Marshall, whether it is Obama, or whether it is anybody for that matter. So you are carrying a lot of responsibility. So please be responsible when, and you go back to your countries and change the world. So you should go to such great places in the world. There are great places in this country. This is a great place. Like that, you go to great places. So don't say the convocation is the end of learning. Sir, am I right? The convocation is not end of learning. This is the beginning of learning. Convocation is the beginning of learning. Many of us, we take the graduation certificate, we take the gold medals. I was also a gold medalist in extension education, but that gold medal did not help me in my life. I had to learn again from zero in the real world. So from there I went to Harvard University, and then I am not boasting. What I am trying to tell you here is you can also do the great things. You can become a best scientist. You can go to great places. You can invent some new things which are not existing today. But for that you have to dream big. So my request to all of you, another thing which I wanted to tell you, like the mistake that we made when we were students, please don't get into government job mode. This might look very odd to you. Don't get into government, sir, I want to become an agriculture extension officer. Sir, I want to become AO. Sir, I want to become an horticulture officer. That is the only way I want to live. No. Don't. I have done enough service in government, 26 years. That is not the only thing. That should be the last thing you should be doing. My request is, please join the private sector. Please join the NGO sector. Please become the Shishyas, disciples of some great people, workers, unpaid interns. If they give some pocket money, take it. But learn. I would say learn from today itself. Take the permission of your professors. In the off-campus hours, you go to the great people, great seed companies, great agricultural engineering companies, great nutritionists. Friends, some of you might be feeling jealous that some of your colleagues might have joined MBBS. You won't tell outside, but some of you might be feeling, Abba veedu tella coat eskoni రెండు చేతులు సంపాదిస్తున్నాడు, మెర్సిడీస్ బెంజ్ కార్ కొనుక్కున్నాడు, గచ్చిబౌలిలో ఒక మంచి ఫ్లాట్ కొనుక్కున్నాడు, అపర్ణాలో స్కై డెక్ తీసుకున్నాడు. ఆల్ దిస్ ఈజ్ ఓన్లీ మేక్ బిలీవ్. నో, ఫ్యూచర్ బిలాంగ్స్ టు అగ్రికల్చర్ డాక్టర్స్. So, but you are going to be the future doctors. I'll tell you why. You should feel proud for that. Friends, food is going to be the next medicine in this world. And you are going to be the producers of that food, not the doctors. Not those people who have the suffix or prefix to their names. You are going to be the real doctors. But do you remember a guy called Qureshi, or I don't know, he's from Karnataka, serial Kadar Bali. No, all MBBS doctors are eating what Kadar Bali is saying now. I don't know whether Kadar Bali has a MSc AG or BSc AG. I have no idea. But food is going to be the next generation medicine. So please, because the world is bored of pharma. The world is bored of medicines. The world wants the organically produced food. So never ever feel bad about these things. This is what I wanted to say. So no regrets whatsoever. You have joined the best campus and you are doing the best course. And then my request is, go to the best places and do the best things. The last thing I wanted to tell you, the farming community. I have seen 4,000 villages in Telangana. They are in deep distress. And now it is your responsibility to go to them. It is your responsibility to be with them. It is your responsibility to understand their problems. It is your duty to bring their problems back to the laboratories. That's why I am requesting you to not to restrict yourself to the campus, to not to restrict yourself to social media, not to restrict yourself to Instagram, not to restrict yourself to Claude, ChatGPT. What question do you ask in ChatGPT? Anyway, that's a private thing. Claude, ChatGPT, or Google Gemini, or Grok. No. You should go to the farmers, bring the problems back to the laboratories. I'm telling you, what we have learned in National Police Academy were only 25%. What we saw in the field was 75%. So, my request is that please go to farmers, please go to agricultural laborers. So, coming back to the last point, please understand the problems of farmers. My request to Vice Chancellor and all the professors, please call the farmers to the campus. Make them teach the students. Make them teach the students. This is very important, sir. We used to call the people who released from prison to the schools in social welfare and tribal welfare. I used to call the people who, killed, not killed, but basically why they went to the jail, why they served the entire sentence, and then what made them to feel emotional before they murdered someone, and then come back and then tell the students why they should not take decisions in emotionally high states. So my request is, please call students, please call the speakers from various walks of life. So why shouldn't you talk to the gastroenterologist? It's very important. For agriculture people, interaction with gastroenterology is extremely important. Because the food that you grow goes into our gastrointestinal tract, and then from there it gets digested and absorbed, and then it creates positive effects and then negative effects. It makes sense to break this chain at every level and to understand at mitochondrial level, at nano level. This is very, very important. So my request is, talk to the gastroenterologist, talk to the people, talk to lot of people, talk to the biryani guys, talk to Hyderabad police recently. They started going to every hotel and then to understand what kind of food they are serving, what kind of additives they are doing, what kind of color they are using, whether the colors are safe or not. There is a whole lot of world which is waiting for you to innovate. So that is what I wanted to say, my dear friends. So finally, I once again thank the university authorities for inviting me to this prestigious campus and make me share my experiences with all of you. And I wish you all the very best, and then may all the forces in the universe help you, be with you as you prepare for a great journey. This is the best phase of your life. No responsibilities. And you have caring professors and the best campus, much better than your home, much better than your village. This campus is a cradle of a great revolution which is being led by a noted distinguished scientist and a lot of other great professors. And nothing can be much better than this situation as of today. This you will realize when you leave this campus. You realize the value of this campus only when you go to the real world. This is very important. You are here in this campus for a purpose. You are here in this great university to achieve something great. You are here in this alma mater to make your professors feel proud of you. So this campus has a history. Live up to that history. Live up to the legacy. Okay? So with these few words, I once again thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor and the faculty members.
Thank you, Dr. Praveen, for your very inspiring experience. Of course, I know a lot of your experience personally, but it's really inspiring the young minds of the campus.